Do not let the name of a goddess deceive your senses. Venus is not Earth's beautiful twin sister. It is a scorched, broken clone born from hell. Imagine a world where romance dies in a heartbeat. You will not have even 60 seconds to regret stepping onto this surface before the end arrives. This is a place where beauty is a mask for total destruction. The air is a poison and the ground is a furnace waiting to consume you. Welcome to the most hostile environment in our solar system. A world that hates life and punishes any explorer who dares to touch its burning soil. Your journey begins now, but it will end faster than a scream. You are about to enter a prison of heat where no soul can survive. Imagine you are the last survivor, and your billion-dollar suit is already groaning under the weight of an atmosphere that wants to turn you into dust. You are no longer an explorer. You are a prey falling into the largest trap in the solar system, surrounded by a sky that burns with hatred. The sensors are screaming, but there is no turning back now. The thick, sulfurous air presses against your hull like the hand of a vengeful giant. Visibility is zero as you sink through layers of toxic gas. Every inch you descend adds another 1,000 pounds of pressure to your fragile human frame. Hear that sound? It is the sound of your life support failing against a planet that refuses to let anything breathe within its suffocating embrace today. At this height, it does not rain water. It rains destruction. Concentrated sulfuric acid falls from the sky, dissolving your memories into a burning void. The very air you breathe would melt your lungs from the inside out. This is a corrosive nightmare where even the strongest alloys turn into liquid. Every drop is a microscopic predator eating through your protection with clinical precision. On Venus, the weather is not an inconvenience. It is a lethal weapon. Imagine your skin meeting this mist. Before you could even cry out in pain, the atmosphere would have already claimed your body as its own. There is no shelter from this storm. The clouds are a sea of poison, and you are drowning in a cocktail of chemical fire and death. The sun is a ghost here, a pale memory buried beneath miles of leaden clouds. Light does not shine. It lingers like a sickly yellow bruise. Atmospheric density bends light into impossible shapes. You are trapped in a giant furnace of murk, where the concepts of day and night have vanished. You are surrounded by a pale, breathless glow. It is a primitive fear, a light that offers no warmth, only the suffocating presence of an endless oven. There is no escape from this brightness. It follows you, stalks you, and reminds you that you are deep inside the belly of a planetary beast. Even your vision would fail you here. The light is a weight, a heavy blanket of photons that smothers the soul and blinds the desperate eye. Breathe in, don't even try. The air is so thick it feels like inhaling solid rock. The pressure will crush your chest before your heart beats. You are standing at the bottom of a sea of gas, 90 times heavier than Earth's. It is like being 1 kilometer deep under the ocean. Your lungs would collapse instantly, and the sheer weight of the atmosphere is a physical blow. A constant assault that turns your bones into splinters and dust. Every square inch of your body is under attack. There is no armor strong enough, no shield thick enough to stop the crushing embrace of Venus. The air itself is a weapon. It moves like a slow-motion tidal wave, heavy and relentless, grinding everything it touches into the red, burning sand below. Under this pressure, even the fire behaves differently. Everything is slow, heavy, and doomed. You are a fly caught in a web of gravitational lead. Time itself feels heavy here. Your technology dies in seconds, silenced by the brutal reality of a world that refuses to be measured or understood. The silence is deafening, yet the pressure is loud. It is a scream felt in the bones. It is a reminder that you do not belong in this gravity. Deep in this hell lie the monuments to human arrogance. These armored ships, built with the best technology of their time, lasted only 2 hours. They are the corpses of our ambition. Machines designed to conquer the stars were reduced to puddles of molten slag by the planet's relentless heat. 127 minutes. That is the record for survival. After that, the planet claimed its prize, melting circuitry into a useless dark sludge. This is a graveyard of robots, a silent testimony to the fact that out here even our strongest steel is as fragile as a child's toy. They saw what we never will. They felt the heat that would vaporize our blood. Now they rest as shadows in a world of fire. The planet does not care for your progress, and it swallows your machines and waits for the next victim to fall from the stars into its furnace. Our flags mean nothing here. Our names are erased by the wind. In this place, the only thing that remains is the cold, hard silence of failure. You are witnessing the ultimate end of curiosity, a place where the quest for knowledge meets the immovable wall of a planetary executioner's hand. But here is the most terrifying truth. Venus was not always a monster. It was once a twin, with blue oceans and cool, gentle breezes. For billions of years it held the promise of life. It was a mirror of Earth, a paradise that could have been our second home. Then, the balance broke. The greenhouse effect ran wild, turning the garden into a kiln and the oceans into a thick shroud of deathly vapor. The heat became a cage, the carbon trapped the energy, and the planet began to cook itself from the inside out until nothing green remained. It is not just another world, it is a warning. It is a glimpse of what happens when a planet loses its soul to the fire. Look closely at the surface of Venus. You are looking into a mirror that shows the possible future of the ground you are standing on. The line between a garden and a grave is thinner than we think. Venus is the ghost of a world that failed to stay balanced. In the vast darkness of space, beauty is fragile. Venus is the story of how easily a paradise can be transformed into an eternal hell. When you look up at the night sky and see the brightest star, do not pray. Be silent. Listen to the story of a dead world. It is a beacon of light born from a furnace, a reminder that the universe does not care about our survival or our tiny human dreams. We are small, we are temporary, and we are living on a jewel that is surrounded by a sea of planets that would kill us instantly. The goddess has no mercy. She offers only a reflection of our own fragility and the terrifying price of an atmosphere gone completely out of control. Space is not a home. It is an ocean of hazards. Venus is just one wave that would crush us without a second thought or effort. Your life is a miracle of balance. On Venus, that balance was shattered long ago, leaving behind only the cold, hard lessons of the stars. We are travelers on a lonely ship. Look at our sister and realize how lucky we are to breathe air that doesn't burn our very souls. The universe is not cruel. It is simply indifferent, and it will continue to spin long after our screams on Venus have faded into the ash. Keep your feet on the green grass. Treasure the blue sky. For just a few million miles away, a twin is burning in eternal penance. The difference between life and death is a few degrees and a thin layer of gas. Venus is the ultimate proof of our cosmic luck. Even in the dark it burns. There is no relief, no rest, and no escape. It is a nightmare that never wakes up from its fire. 60 seconds. That is all it takes for the goddess to strip you of everything you are and turn you into part of the landscape. Next time you see her shining, remember the heat. Remember the pressure. Remember the twin that became a ghost to warn the living souls. We are but dust in the wind of stars. Our existence is a flickering flame in a universe that is mostly made of cold and fire. Venus remains, a silent guardian of a dark truth. We are here by chance, and we survive only by the grace of a fragile atmosphere. Sleep well, Earth. For the sister you once knew is gone, replaced by a monster that will never stop burning in the heart of space.